bandwidth. Yeah.
My mother and my father went to the one goal phase.
Okay.
And it contained 5 GB on Apple phone.
5G is there. Correct. Yeah.
Use.
Yeah. I do also have 5G here.
It is getting uploaded in seconds.
In seconds, yes. So I live in Kalubowila.
Loading speed is very fast.
Kalubowila near the.
I see a group of Chinese. They are playing games on it.
Yes. Yeah.
They are completely,
Yes. 5G මගේ ෆෝන් එකේ සමහර වෙලාවට 5G යනවා මේ මම මේකේ දැකලා තියෙනවා close to 600 megabytes per second. So that means a 1 GB file will be just like this. Couple of seconds. But you really need to be very, very close to an antenna. You know what? I went to Jaffna in last December, and in Jaffna we have so many 5G antennas every place. The entire Jaffna city is completely covered, full 5G. And
in Kandy also.
Kandy also, I see. Okay.
Yeah, we went to Kandy and we have everywhere 5G.
Okay. Yeah, that's the thing. So now in Colombo,
because it is a very popular thing for foreigners.
මෙහෙමයි ඔතන වැඩේ තියෙන්නේ.
Candies.
ඒකත් හිතන්න ඕනේ. එතන වැඩේ වෙන්නේ මෙහෙමයි.
No, Candy is a popular thing for foreigners.
Yeah, that's true. No, what I meant was now when it comes to the speed, the thing is that is getting shared. මොකද single access point එකකින් when multiple people connect to it, automatically the speed goes down. That's the issue. So මෙතනත් ඕකම තමයි case එක තියෙන්නේ when you check this out. So now
seats.
Sorry?
So like seats when you're downloading a game or film or something, they are telling they have no seats.
They have no seats.
Like the users.
Correct. Something like that. Seeds actually works in a different way. Yeah? Seeds කියන්නේ how to tell this? Okay.
Users.
So seeds are users. So how it works is we so don't tell the name which you used to download it. Don't use that term, otherwise this video might get highlighted. So now, yeah, we use certain softwares to download games. So those are like how they work is they work as peer-to-peer networks. So peer-to-peer networks means that application creates a network within us on top of the internet. Okay, අපි දෙන්න app එක install කරගත්තාම අපි දෙන්නගේ computers දෙක connect කරනවා through internet. හරි? So that's how the peer-to-peer network works. So what you see there on seeds is basically the number of people who has that file. So let's say අපි Halo Infinity එක download කරනවා කියලා. හරි? So let's say we have a file called halo.zip. Okay? So we have a halo.zip file. Now when we go to download it, the initial person, හරිද? ඕක first හදපු මනුස්සයා. එයා කරන වැඩේ එයා හදනවා ওই file එක. The file you download and put it into the software. හරි? ඒ file එක හදලා he put that into something known as a main server. Okay? So in that මොකක් කරේ site එකට දානවා. හරි? ඒකට දැම්මට පස්සේ those are the seeder servers. What they do is they keep all that seeders information. Okay? Now what happens is then කියමු ඔයා ওই file එක දැන් දානවා network එකට, peer to peer network එකට. ඔන්න මම දකිනවා. When I see it, I download it. හරි? ඊට පස්සේ ඔන්න දැන් තව එක්කෙනෙක් දකිනවා. තව එක්කෙනෙක් දැක්කහම එයා බලනවා හරි මටත් ඕනේ. Now he also downloads it. Now 3 people has the file. Okay? Then another one downloads it. Now 4 people has the file. Likewise, depending on the number of people who has that file will automatically increase the number of seats. ඊට පස්සේ වෙන්නේ ඔන්න දැන් කියමු 20 දෙනෙක් ෆයිල් එක download කරා, 20 people has it. Now the 21st person tries to download it. When they do it, the seeder servers know that these guys have the file. So what it says is it will send a message from your machine to their machines saying, hey, can you send me this file? එතකොට එතනින් කෑල්ලක් කඩලා ඔයා download කරනවා. Seeders වැඩි වෙන්න the download speed goes up. Because that is like seeders කියන්නේ people who are uploading the file. So technically you need to have a lot of people who will upload this file so that your download speed will automatically go up. So that's the main idea about this. Okay. So when it comes to the bandwidth also plays a big role in it, because when you're uploading the file, the bandwidth needs to have a certain speed, no? So depending on the speed only, the file will actually go up. So let's talk about, so you know how, so we basically know how the fiber optic works, right? So the fiber optic works as in light. So that means, in a simple example, if you take a fiber optic cable, the number of ons and offs, now ons and offs which can happen per second will be equals to number of bits which will be sent during that particular time period. ඒ කියන්නේ මෙහෙමයි. හිතන්න මේක fiber optic line එකක් කියලා. මම මෙහෙම කරනවා. හරි. on කරනවා off කරනවා කො. මම මෙහෙම on off කරනවා කියමු. හරි. So when I do this, the number of times this ons and like on and off, that will be a 1 and a 0 in the network. Ne? On කියන්නේ 1යි, off කියන්නේ නැහැ. 0. So that means then if you take this example, we have 1, 2, okay, cursor. Ayyo, something wrong with my Wi-Fi today. Okay, so the cursor is slow. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so that means 6 ons and offs. 6 ons and offs කියන්නේ එතන ඇත්තටම බැලුවොත් 12 bits. I on එකයි off බිඳුවයි. I on එකයි I off බිඳුවයි. On off on off on off on off. If it is 6 times per second, that means it's altogether 12 bits. 12 bits per second.
6 plus 6.
Yes, on high, off high. 6 on, 6 off. So that will make the 12 bits speed. Okay, make a 6.
That means 12 bits per second.
That is 12 bits per second. But usually a cable is extremely much more faster than this. Like there's like couple of thousand bits per second. It's like, so it's light, no? So you can stretch it as much as possible, because you can have a massive set of ons and offs, right? So ඕක තමයි bit එකක concept එක. Okay, so now there is a bit of a confusion when it comes to this megabits and maybe bits when it comes to the concept of bandwidth. Yes.
This is the one they are getting. Wait a minute, sir. This is the one.
That's the yellow color. No, that is a no. That is a RJ45 cable. That is a network cable. That is what we call as a network. So, okay. So just to, since you just asked what is it, I can show you a cable. I have one here. So an RJ45 cable is something. So this is a short cable. Okay. So this actually has, if you take a look at your cable, If you take a look at your cable, you should be able to count 8 wires in it. Wires 8ක් තියෙනවා නේද?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we use all 8 wires to transfer data. Okay. So I show you something interesting now. This is a testing tool. Okay. We use this tool to test cables. How can I show this? Since the label is green color, that's why you can't see. Okay, so this is how it works. Okay, let me let me show you. Give me 1 second. I'll try to start this on a new. Oops. Okay, so this is yeah, this is how it looks like. So you can see this is a testing tool. In this tool, පේනවද නැද්ද? ඒක disconnect වුණාද?
Nope.
There is a massive delay in this. Hold on. Okay, yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, now it's good. See, now this is how it works. You can see that this has 8 lights in it. Okay, so this is how we test it. What we do is we take the cable and we put it here. So let me add it. We plug in the cable like this. Okay, we plug in the cable like this, and then you can see this will check if all the wires are correct. See, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. Okay, so that is how we check networks. And ගොඩක් වෙලාවට ගොඩක් අයට හිතන ප්‍රශ්නයක් ඔය when we do the networks, when we create massive networks, how are we testing it, right? Let's say if you draw a cable, a long cable from one place to the other, there has to be a practical way of testing things, no? So that is how we test it. So the cable you just said was an RJ45 network cable. Okay, so let's jump back to this calculation thing. So this is a bit important when it comes to the naming convention. Okay, now in our previous class we talked about numbers and we talked about the different types of numbers we have, right? We have the decimal numbers and we have the binary numbers. Right?
Sir, we don't have any coding like things today.
Not exactly. This is actually a theory part. Why, what's up? You want to code?
Nah, it is bit of boring.
Okay. Yeah, but the thing is, this theory might be boring, but you get questions from the theory. Yeah? This is there on IGCSE as well. You get questions about these calculations. Example is now last year's A-level paper had a question like this, where it asked based on a network.
Megabytes and bytes.
Yeah, network. So there was a question asking, depending on the network speed, how much time it will take for somebody to download a file. So it gives you the number of transmission speed, and then it asks you how much time it will take. So you need to learn how to make that calculation. Okay, so that is why we learn these basics. So as we discussed before about the binary and denary numbers, where we use the 2 to the power and 10 to the power, right? So now this is how it works. Now here we have a byte, which is 1 byte is equals to 8 bits, and then now this is how it works. Huh? So මෙතන යන්නේ definition එක යන්නේ මෙහෙමයි. So we have the binary and we have the denary representation, right? So base 2 and base 10. Base 2 වල යනකොට we go as binary method, where now in this case you can see 1 byte is equals to 8 bits and 1 kibibyte is equals to 1024 bytes and 1 megabyte is equals to 1024 kibibytes. Okay, so that is the typical method of making this calculation. Okay, now in the real world examples, here you can see in 2011 the average speed we had was 2 megabytes per second. 2 megabits per second. You know what? Like back then,
Yes.
back then it
Slow,
was,
very slow.
yes, but then again we played games back in 2003, 2004 on these connections. This was like those days it was 56 kilobytes per second.
Massive.
56 kbps, kilobits per second. we used to play Counter Strike and few different types of games on that connection. So now you guys are really lucky because you have like 100 megabits connections. But those days also we had games which was able to play. Fascinately, it worked. And then we got this, and then the connection slowly improved. By 2016 we had overall some,
27.5.
about 27.5, and then only latest connections now we go up to about 53 mbps. But
Quite slow.
yeah, this is still not connected to the 5G connections. So 5G came out very recently, no? So 5G can go up to like double, triple the speed. So this is where the things get complicated. The calculation part. So calculation of the file transfer speeds. So may calculation එක මම කිව්වේ that we got this in last year's A-level paper also. So the calculation goes like this. If the file size is 120 kibibytes, then if the bandwidth is 40 kibibytes per second, then the file trans is quite straightforward, right? කෙලින්ම ගත්තා, මේකෙන් divide කරා, so 120 divided by 40 and you get 3 seconds. That is almost straightforward, no? Then if you check for different types of uploads, like let's say if it is a email attachment, then the bandwidth, let's say if the bandwidth is 5 megabytes, right? Then how it will go is, it will basically go as you get the attachment. So you get the attachment, and then what you can do is you can easily divide it by so 2048 kibibytes is basically equals to 2 megabytes, right? Now here it says 5 megabytes, no? So the transfer rate is 5. So you get 2 divided by 5, you get 0.4 seconds. Right? So the transfer speed is set as 0.4 seconds. Same thing if the bandwidth is higher. So let's say if the bandwidth is 40 megabytes, then obviously it would be again the same calculation, but you divide it by 40, which will then give you a speed of 0.05 seconds, right? So same thing applies to an audio file and to a video file. So if the video file is 15 MB, then it would be divided by 5 again, since the bandwidth is set as 5. Likewise, same thing goes for the video clip, which will be divided by 5. Again, here in this case, it will go as 10 seconds. Okay, Binloka, do you know how video streaming works in this case? මොනවද කරන්නේ කියලා? Video streaming. So video streaming services use something like this. So when you upload a video,
Like YouTube stream.
no, not YouTube stream. Okay, you have your channel. I mean, when you upload something for YouTube to the YouTube platform, have you noticed that it's taking some time to release the video? It says processing,
Yes.
processing
Yes, sir.
HD, anna hari.
HD processing.
HD processing,
that
SD processing. You get some
checking for copyrights.
copyrights is something different, but you get this
Yeah.
processing part. No? What it does is
Yes, sir.
it will basically take the entire video and it breaks the video into small files. Okay, so why? Good for very good reason. Let's say you are having a nice connection and high-end connection, then you can watch the video in 4K, right? So if you have uploaded a 4K video, then the video should be able to
Yes.
play in 4K. But think about the file size. If it is a single file, single 4K file, just imagine how much time it will take to play the file. Because you will have to, like, if it is a single file, you will have to download the entire file before to play it. No? Got the idea? හිතන්න මෙහෙම එකක් ඔයා online මොකක් හරි peer-to-peer service එකකින් just think that you downloaded a video, right? Movie එකක් download කරා කියමුකෝ online හරි. So if you do that, then you have to wait until the entire movie is finished in order to play it. No? You can't download වෙන ගමන් play කරන්න බෑනේ. And the same thing. So think if YouTube also has had all these files as single files, then it's your choice. You will have to wait until everything is downloaded and then you will have to watch that, right? So how it works is it's going to break it into small. We call it as chunks. We call it chunk. CHUNK, chunk. So chunk එකක් කියන්නේ ෆයිල් එක අරගෙන පොඩි piece එකකට split කරනවා. හිතමු ඔයා 10 GB ෆයිල් එකක් upload කරනවා කියලා. What happens is it analyzes this 10 GB file and it creates small files or small video files for all the resolutions. Then 360 බලන කෙනාටත් එකක් හැදෙනවා ෆයිල් එක. So then when you
And they are giving us AI front page.
Yes, that is also there. It's really fast, right? So when you upload the videos just like this, it analyzes and it gives you all the data. So that is actually extremely fast in a way. So now, what I told you was one example when it comes to creating the chunks. But there is another way. Another way means like, so that is, let's say what I told you was something which a software system can do, no? But other way around, if you take something like a bandwidth bottleneck, okay? Bandwidth bottleneck means when you are downloading a file from the internet without having a direct connection, you might have files, you might have problems downloading without having a direct connection, you might, yes, you might get corruptions and all this stuff. So in order to prevent this, what happens is we do have, so this is basically showing the issue. So it's like this, so that මෙහෙම හිතන්නකෝ අපි මෙහෙම routers තුනක් තියෙනවා කියලා. So routers means we saw these connection points in the map, right? Let's say if we have 5 connection points, sometimes the connection points might change, right? Example is then Singapore server එක තියෙනකොට, you saw that most of the servers are located in Singapore. So if you live in Singapore, speed will be like that because it's like එහා ගෙදර මනුස්සයකින් කතා කරලා ඉල්ලනවා වගේ website එක, right? Because it's like it's directly taking the data from your neighbor because the servers are in the same country. But now when we access it from Singapore, that has to go through a multiple set of routers. And the sad thing is, those routers have different speeds. So starting from one place to the other, the router might have different access speeds. So because of these
like
different
delay.
like delays, ඉතින් මෙහෙම හිතන්නකෝ දැන් අපිට connection එකෙද්දී let's say
Like some traffic.
exactly based on the traffic. Now we have 4 access points in Sri Lanka, but if we had less access points, then the traffic would be much higher, right? But data again, no, right? So that's why we have bottlenecks. So for this, now here what it does is this is just explaining about the bottleneck. You get the idea, right? Why we need the bottleneck?
Yes, sir.
Now, okay, I'll explain the solution for this also. This is not in your syllabus, by the way. I'm just explaining it since you are interested about it. So we have this point called edge caching. Cache. Cache means salli cache නෙමෙයි. Cache means saving it කියන එක. හරි? We have this point called edge caching. So edge caching means we get all the details. Okay, let me show you. So something like this. Okay, so this is Amazon. Okay, AWS, Amazon Cloud. So you can see these are all of these points, this blue color dots. Okay, so all of these dots are technically caches. Caches means මෙහෙමයි වෙන්නේ. හරි? අපි හිතමු මෙතනින් ගත්තා කියලා. Okay, let's say now we live here. No? We live in Sri Lanka. අපි ඉන්නේ මෙතන. And let's say the service in Singapore. මෙතන. හරි? So now when you try to access something, what is closest? මෙතන මේ ඉන්දියාවෙන් එන එක closed නේද? Taking it from India is closed. So what happens is, when you open the website for the first time, it takes the website here from this particular server and copies it into this edge. එතකොට second time when you are requesting the website, what happens is our website here will be talking with this guy, not with this guy. So that is the network solution.
It is faster.
It's going to be extremely faster. Now think why YouTube is fast. They have edges all around the world. These are all network edges they have. Everything is basically a network edge. YouTube, Netflix, all the gaming servers, everything is based on edges.
Call of Duty?
Yes, Call of Duty is running on Amazon Web Services, AWS. So now, when you are playing Call of Duty, if you are here,
Call of Duty mobile is on Amazon?
yes, it is. Everything is running on Amazon services, Amazon servers. So just think, yeah.
It is a very big one.
Nah, mehemai, not the game, the service, the APIs.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Amazon company is very
one of the most richest companies in the world.
yeah. Sometimes the YouTube will pay for that.
Yeah, so basically Google
They
has
had to pay.
Yeah, Google has their own servers also. ඉතින් හරි, okay. මේම හිතන්න බෑ Netflix. You know Netflix now? So in Netflix, we have this thing called edges, right? So Netflix videos, all the videos are cached in edges. Now example is if you are, when you are accessing a video from Sri Lanka, ideally the video will be catered from Mumbai or India, or it will be taken from Singapore. Now there's a fun part. Now in Netflix, a certain set of videos are blocked now. So US movies like Iron Man, Marvel, those videos are blocked in Netflix. How is it blocked? It's because since we are in a region, they can block it based on the region. So when you access it from here, Netflix knows that you are accessing from Sri Lanka. මෙන්න මේ region එකේ. එතකොට මම මේක block කරලා දානවා. එතකොට මෙහි තියෙන මොනවාක්වත් මේවා no access. You can't access that. So technically, traffic is also regulated because now US guys, they don't access Singapore servers. No point. They have their own servers. So all the details comes from Singapore, US itself. European guys, they have enough servers. All the data comes from Europe. They have a lot of servers. And then Africa and US, not Africa, India, we have 3 locations, and we do have locations in Japan, Australia, and mostly in Singapore. So that is how the edges system works. So that is technically the solution for this particular the issue we talked about here. So that the number of routers are reduced, so that you will not be connected to multiple routers. So now I hope you got the idea, hope you understood the problem and the solution for this. So yeah, then we have this. We have an example of creating a bandwidth calculator. So this is actually quite something straightforward. I don't think we need to type it out. So what it does is it basically takes the file size and you get the bandwidth, and what you do is you divide the file size with the bandwidth, and then once you do that, we just do a print statement to print out the speed, right? So you put the file size and you put the bandwidth, and you get the output as this is the number of bytes plus please enter the current network bandwidth in bytes, and then that is getting calculated so that it will basically give you the final output. So the calculation wise, it's quite clear, and then you have some test tables so that you can test it out and see if the code works. So this is just a simple calculate අපි මීට වඩා complex දේවල් කරලා තියෙනවා කලිනුත්. So we have written much more complex codes, but this is just by dividing this. So it's almost straightforward thing. So I'll just go down and we'll jump into compression. So compression is also one important thing when it comes to internet.
Compress?
Yes, compress, but this is mainly focused on
reduce the size of an computer files.
Correct. Exactly. Yes, 100%. So reducing the file size, that is, yes, that is important because we need to make sure that the footprint is small. Plus, at the same time, we have some restrictions also, right? Because example is when you are sending a file through email, there is a certain set of restrictions which you have to go through, right? There are certain set of restrictions which is there, like for an example, okay, what is the maximum file upload limit on an email? Done. Okay, so in an ideal scenario, the maximum upload limit is 10 megabytes. Anything more than 10 MB, 10 megabytes is or has to be uploaded into a file storage and has to be leaked. So it goes both ways. Sometimes you get more than 10 megabytes. Sometimes depending on the provider, it will give you much more space. Okay, so adallada issara Gmail එක popular එක කොහොමද කියලා. Long time ago when Gmail was released, this was back in 2004 or 2005, I can't remember exactly. Gmail was a private email platform. You can't just go and register. Somebody had to invite you. So let's say if you want to create an account, I have to invite you to
I
come
know
and
the
create an account.
maximum size of YouTube.
No
The
idea.
file size
No, what's the maximum size?
256 GB.
256 gigabytes.
Yes.
Okay. Uh, who has a connection to upload 256 gigabytes in Sri Lanka? Man?
It's depend the time 12 hours. ඒක තියෙන ඒක වීඩියෝ එක දිග 12 hours වගේ.
Yeah, that's true. I was just trying to wonder now. One of the files, like if you take a 2 hour video, class video, that is about 15 gigabytes. So after I compress it, I am able to get it down to about 10 gigabytes. Still, it takes about yeah. So all these videos I upload it in. I actually record it in 4K, but I upload it in 1080p. I don't upload in 4K because if I upload in 4K, the file size will be much higher, and it takes a long time to encode. That's the thing. So okay.
I don't compress it and put it on YouTube, but they're giving me HD, not the 4K.
The HD version. Okay, yes. Yeah. You
SD
can.
and SD.
Yeah, SD and HD. So that's the thing. So I also, all the videos I
SD is
upload.
the old version, no?
SD means that is that is the 320 resolution, the low resolution. HD means 1080, but there is something in between. We have the 720 as well. If you go up to 4K, then that's something different. I have the option to upload 4K, but who is going to watch tutorials and lessons on 4K? I mean, no point. Nobody is going to watch this on 4K. So okay, so compression, why do we need this? Primarily there are a couple of reasons, like to store large files, send email attachments, and to transferring files. Example is most of the games and all you download, that is zipped, right? It comes as a zip file, and also at the same time to make sure it will download large files very fast, because when the file size is smaller, it makes things easier to download, right? So there are two ways to, now that's about the compression. So there are two ways of compressing things, right? So primary types of compression, number one is we have the lossy compression.
In the file?
No, there are two types. So lossy and lossless. Okay, lossy and lossless make compression එක වෙනස්. So nothing to do
like
with
JPG, MP3.
JPGs and MP3s, exactly. Nothing to do with zip files. So when you zip a file, that works in a different way, because there are some times files cannot be compressed after compiling it. So, but when it comes to JPGs and MP3s, obviously they do have some points which you can replace. Okay, so how it works is, when you look at a give me 1 second. Okay,
This is a JPG file.
is it? Okay. So if you take a, so let's take a JPG file. Let's take a lizard. Okay, I'll take a image of an AI lizard. Let's take this guy. Let's open it up. Oh no, we need a large image. So I'll take a big image, as big as possible. Nice, perfect. Okay, so this is a big image, right?
It is more quality.
Yeah, this is very high in
Can you
quality.
send it?
Huh?
Can you send it to WhatsApp?
Yeah, sure. Hold on.
It is beautiful.
Okay, now I down. Sorry. I downloaded the file. Okay, now just check the file size. Okay, now the file size is 427 kilobytes. I just sent you the file. You can check it.
Okay, sir.
I sent it on WhatsApp. So anyway, let me right click and check the file size. So here, where's the file size? See, now here you should be able to, let's see if you can see this. Yeah, you can see the file size, right? It's 427 kilobytes. Okay, now let's say if let's try to compress this and see. So there is a tool called Tiny, TINY PNG, Tiny, TINY PNG.com. Okay, here.
Wait a minute, sir.
Sure, take your time.
TIN.
Tiny, 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 podi, chuti, podi. Tiny.
Tiny JPG or PNG?
PNG, tiny PNG. So this will do a lossy compression.
Like a
And exactly, yeah, you can see here behind me, right? So if you check this out now, you can see what happened. See the file size. See how much it saved. කොච්චර පොඩ්ඩද බා.
That is amazing.
No, see, මෙන්න මෙතන බලන්න උඩ. It's 29%. 29% පොඩි වුණා ෆයිල් එක. See, me?
9%.
Me?
You also get it.
Yes. So
29% that contain 301 GB.
301 kilobytes. So the original file was 427 kilobytes, and then the converted file was 301. Then
when you download it,
yes,
it gives the exact same quality.
Balu, let's put it side by side. So this is the small image, and I'll open the big image as well. This is the big image. Can you see a difference? The image in the back is the compressed one. Image in the front is the original image. See? So this is what? Yeah, this is what we call as lossy compressions. So how it works is, right? So how it works is, this will basically check the, so what it does is, it's going to, it goes through the image and it identifies the specific points which can be removed or replaced, and it will automatically remove it. Yes, shoot.
Sir, can I share the screen, please?
Yeah, sure thing, go on.
I have this.
Cool.
There are no difference.
Are you loaded? I can't see it. It says, okay, yeah, perfect.
Wait a minute, sir.
See, yeah, okay, yeah, now I can see it. So what is the difference of the file size? It's about 100 kilobytes, right?
I opened both of them.
Okay, no, I mean the difference of the old and the new one, it's about 100 kilobytes, right?
Yep.
Exactly. See how it compresses. So what happens is, it actually,
They are having the exact quality.
But yes, there has been a loss of data. How is it? But the thing is, for our eye, for the human eye, we don't notice it. So that's the point. So see, when you zoom in, you can see that the compressed version, it blurs out a little bit, right?
Yes, sir. This is
Exactly.
the compressed version.
Ari,
This is
okay.
the normal
Original version. That's the thing.
Yes.
So see, slight difference, but now for our normal naked eye, for our normal human eye, we can't spot a difference.
Yes.
That's so
I
that is
think both of them are same.
yes, but the reduction of the file size tells us something else
And
because
the answer they are having a little bit of color resolution thing.
yes, yeah. So the resolution won't change, but the pixels lose their colors.
Yeah, sir.
So, but the thing is, remember, you can't use this for printing. Huh? When you're printing something, you need to have the color, like the color accuracy as much as possible. But when it comes to a website, that's something different now. Then, අපි දැන් ওই ෆොටෝ එක අරන් ගිහලා අපි දැන් ඕක print කරන්න යන්නේ නැහැ ඔය ෆොටෝ එක. If we are going to print it, then we are going to lose the colors because the resolution is not there. But for the internet, when you are
when we are sending something, we can use it.
Exactly. When you're sending something, you
We
can use it.
save some internet also.
Exactly. So let's say if you send 10 pictures like that, and since we lost almost 100 kilobytes from each image, that means we save close to 1 megabyte per image. Sorry, per 10 images, right? So now here you saw what is meant by lossy image compression. So what happened was we reduced the pixels and we merged the colors together, which will then which reduce the file size, right? The other way around, we have something called lossless. So lossless means that you compress the data, but you make sure that no data will be lost. Okay. Now, lossless compression means you compress it, but not like the way we just did it, but in a different way where the data will be there, but the compression will be based on a binary form. So yes, there will be a compression, but not as much as like this, because this is like losing data. Na? So same thing happens on MP3s. MP3s also, that is a lossy type of a compression, because when you compress it, automatically it changes, right? It reduces the file size. So that's how it works. So image compression, we do have couple of different techniques to do that. So we have the color depth, and we have the resolution, as well as we have the option of changing the image size. Out of these three, what did we do now? මේ තුනෙන් අපි මොකක්ද කරේද? Can you guess?
Reduce the image size.
Yeah, we reduced the image size, but what is the option we did?
Resolution.
Nah, the resolution is same. Ne? Image size is same. No?
Yes, color depth.
Exactly. We reduced the color depth. So the resolution is the same, file size is also the same. I mean the image resolution is the same, image size is also the same, but the color depth we reduced it. Now you can reduce that image a lot more if you reduce the resolution. මොකද resolution එක එද්දී, so the pixel resolution. So if you reduce the number of pixels, can you remember we learned how the pixels work? Each pixel contains a byte, right? So number of pixels, higher number of pixels, higher number of bytes. Lesser number of pixels, automatically the byte size goes down. So that's why we have thumbnails. මොකද thumbnail එක ලොකු image එකක් තියන්න බෑනේ. What we do is we create a low quality thumbnail. You get the idea. So the thumbnails loads very fast, and then if you go into the video, then that works in a different way, because that of course lets you go through the like when you, if you put a high quality image, then that will take some time to download. So in this case we use smaller thumbnails. Okay, now we talk about an encoding pattern. Okay, so these are the typical.
Sir,
Yeah.
in my side, they are raining.
Yes.
Because of that, I have to leave.
Yeah, here also I'm actually having a bad storm. Let's see. Shape. Okay.
I have to leave, sir.
Yeah, what about tomorrow? Are you available tomorrow? You have
No,
class?
sir.
Huh.